Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the stream on time tonight, y'all. I had to be professional, y'all, because I had a guest on tonight, girl. So I hope everybody doing all right. Y'all go ahead, take y'all a minute to get here. Everything is setting up and everything like that. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Okay, we're gonna have a good time tonight. We're gonna relax. We're gonna woosah. I'm just gonna wait for everybody to get on. Let me go ahead and tweet this so everybody know that I'm live and everything. So y'all just sit back, relax, and we just go kick it. So talk amongst yourself and be good. Hey there, everybody. I hope everybody's doing all right. Welcome to my new segment. What is it? Saturday was it special guest Saturdays? Yes, this is gonna be like every other Saturday. And what I'm doing with this is that I want to showcase and just all of the beautiful, just amazing Black people on YouTube, especially Black women. Our voices are not heard a lot on YouTube, and so this is a chance just meet new people on YouTube, just to like get ourselves out there or to be recognized, just uplift each other and help each other out, because it's being a Black woman in today's society, we're just y'all. They don't do us right. And right now it's our time, and we're gonna stand up and be like, this is our voice. This is a platform that we're on. Look at us, see us, look at what we're doing, and hey, give us some credit. And before I always my special guest here, y'all. Oh, she's here, y'all. She in the backstage. Let me go ahead and say hey everybody right quick. Yang Chi, what's up, Trey, Shiny, Michelle, Michaela, Novika, Empress Hottest, Usagi, Animator, Dave, Ginu. Who else is in here? Empress Alexandra. I got these cute names. Girl behind food. Yes, honey. There's more people. Jen, TT, hey. So yes, Nicole. Yes, Nicole. He's on time. Hey, all y'all beautiful people, hello. Before we start, um, as you guys found out, an amazing man has passed, Chadwick Boseman, and that was unexpected that happened. Shout out to his team for keeping everything private as it should have been. And even though his death was unexpected, I'm glad that he was surrounded by his family at that time. And I pray that his journey into becoming an ancestor is swift and safe. And Black Panther, that scene where he went to go visit his ancestors was one of the reasons I started to get into African spirituality in the first place. So hearing about his death hurt a lot. And Black people, we've been mourning all year. We've been mourning all year. There is a tweet I want to read to you guys that just, in light of everything, is how we feel. It's by Sima G. Best. I want to hug Black America. As a collective, we are sad. As a collective, we are tired. As a collective, as a people who have bent, broken, lost, preserved, regained, and pushed, we are tired. Sending immense love and light to everyone, to every single Black person near or far. I love y'all. And I love you. I love all y'all. I love you all. And before we start, I want to just give a moment of silence to Chadwick at this time. I just want to, just show respect. I lit a white candle today in remembrance of him. Also, today is Michael Jackson's birthday. Happy birthday to him. He's an ancestor too, so celebrating him. Yes, so let's give him a moment of silence and remember his time that was here, and that he gave a lot of Black kids a lot of hope to do so many beautiful things. So with that being said, I'm going to play something, and we're just going to have a little reflection time and just remember him. May his, like I said, may his journey becoming an ancestor is safe and swift. Ashe. Thank you guys for being patient. I really do appreciate that. And at this time, with no further ado, I would like to welcome the most amazing, most dopest, most raddest person that I ever met on YouTube. We have the beautiful, awesome, TheLionsDen Tarot. Everybody, please welcome her. Yay! Hey, we start my camera. Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. She's a cutie pie, y'all. Everybody say hey to her. Everybody say hey. Hey.
Ooh, how are you?
I'm good.
Girl, I know.
I wasn't doing so good. I wasn't doing so good last night. I wasn't doing so good today because I'm an empath, so I was feeling everything.
Oh, girl, yes. Girl, yes. Like, you know, first of all, I want to say, you know, rest in peace to Chadwick. Honestly, I heard the news. I was crying last night. I was crying this morning. Yes. Like, especially all the tweets talking about, you know, everything. And then even, I'm not going to get into it because it gets really depressing. It is depressing. You know, I had to get off of Twitter at one point and but every social media site had it on. I was like, girl, I'm going to need to step back because I'm going to be a wreck. You know what I mean?
Yes. And, you know, that's why I did that little tribute just to just, you know, calm everybody, just nerves, everybody just relax, just to inhale, exhale, just you know, just a little recharge. Everybody just take a break and we back. We can have a little fun, you know, just to get our mind off things because, like I said, Black people, we've been mourning for almost a year.
Yeah. Yes, almost we have. I'm trying not to shake the table.
It's okay.
Yes, we have. Because but yeah, we've had a lot going on. We still have a lot currently going on. And it's like every time I seem to get on, you know, Twitter or anything, it's somebody else, you know, one of our people getting gunned down or hunted down. And so it's been really hard being on any social media platform. And it's been very difficult to find anything that's, you know, positive to consume because, you know, we have so much of our own, you know, troubles that we need to be worried about. Like we can't have peace until, you know, everybody is willing to cooperate in that piece. You know what I mean? Like, so it's been hard. It's been hard.
I know. It's been really hard, but you know, I just been like, you know, take a little time, go to the altar, talk to the ancestors and just, you know, just release to them and just talk. And that's been going fine. But, you know, it's just a lot. And I'm just praying for my people, you know, and it's okay. There's a page I follow on Instagram. It's the Nap Ministry. Okay. Take a nap, y'all. Rest. Rest. There's nothing wrong with resting. There's nothing wrong with napping. Yes. At this time, we need it because we are just physically and emotionally exhausted. Yeah. Like this year hit us harder than anything. So, you know.
I want to actually thank you for having me on the channel or reaching out to me to have me here. I'm so happy and so grateful because I've been watching you for a long time before I ever actually did this. I mean, years ago. Years ago, I would be
Daily PSA?
Huh?
Even from Daily PSA?
I think so. Like it was like 10 over 10. Was it 10 years ago? Maybe?
Yes.
Like back when you were like infinite and you always used to be like, oh, Sung Jong, girl.
I man, I've been on this thing for a long time. Oh my goodness, girl! And I was watching your channel. I was like, who is she? Okay, I need to talk to her. I like what she's doing because this is right here. She be telling some tea, y'all. Girl, okay, y'all. We're gonna have fun tonight because I had asked her something, right? Because she put up a tweet and she said, "Oh, sis lied," and I'm like, "Who you talking?" Wait a minute. let it happen. Just let it happen.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, well, I was trying something new because I never actually did like a tweet prediction thing. I only did it one time before, and that was when I knew I woke up one morning and my spirit said somebody's gonna come out. Like somebody's gonna come out. Somebody's gonna come out. And I'm like, well, I usually only center around K-pop. So I'm like, okay, tweet it out for the first time. I'm like, let's see what happens. I put it into the air. Somebody's gonna come out. Lo and behold, Joe Kwan comes out and they're like, they're agender. And I'm like, there it is. So, I was like, well, practice makes perfect. I had one hit, so let's try, something else. Let's keep trying and see what happens. Because I never tell anybody that I'm 100% perfect or anything like that. This is my growing experience that I'm taking people along with me on. So this is a journey for me. So I'm trying new things. I'm like, don't be mad if it don't come true or I'm wrong.
I just absolutely enjoy it. And if you do have a reading from her, she absolutely does not do dead people. She don't do that. Mm-hmm. She don't even ask her, and she will not do children. Mm-hmm. She won't do it. Don't ask her. I see. I already know the rules. I know.
Yes, I make sure I made a list of rules because, I've made some mistakes because a lot of times I don't really pay attention to in-depth things going with the idols. So I'll know a group by their music, but not necessarily their personalities, ages, signs, or anything like that. So, sometimes I can do a reading on something and it can be really intense and it can get into some more adult themes. And then it's like, hey girl, this group is actually 21 and younger. And I'm like, okay, now we have a problem. So I made that rule and then I had to put it on all of my older videos. I mean, they came and checked me for one because I remember that I messed up in a TXT reading. I did a TXT reading. I remember I didn't want to do it, but they're like, somebody said, oh, they're all 20, I think. And I just, silly me, I'm starting off and I'm doing these things. It wasn't that long ago, actually. And I was like, okay, well, and I just did it. And so stuff started happening in Big Hit. And instead of remembering that the group is young, I moved on to Big Hit. And I'm like, well, Big Hit has some stuff going on that leaned more into more adult topics. And so because it was paired with a reading that involved TXT, that's when, and I love that, my people, my Cubs come over there and they check me. They be like, hey girl, remember your rule over here. And this is in this reading. And these are actually one of them still 18. So I'd be like, okay,
call your people Cubs.
Yeah. They're Cubs. All my people in the comment section, all the Cubs. Shout out to all my Cubs.
I love it. Oh, I'm a Cub too now. Yay.
Yay.
We the Cubs and we the fam. Just let y'all know.
Yes. Girl, I've always been a fam. I've been here since like day one.
Oh my goodness. See, this is the energy, y'all. This energy is needed. This energy. Y'all having fun tonight? Everybody put a 1 in the chat. I want to see the ones. Put the ones.
Let's see it. Put the ones down. Because we're not gonna continue till we see it.
There we go. There we go. Trey got one. Walking like
there
a dog.
We go.
Okay, there we go.
What is up?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Oh, Benny, I didn't even know you was here. What's up, girl? Oh, man. So let's go ahead and we can get started. Just like you said, just freestyle. So how did you just get into just spirituality?
Honestly, I was going through a lot of stress, and I started looking at people do readings, and I loved them. I was like, this is so interesting. I love the psychic readings. And eventually, excuse me, girl, but eventually I felt like I was being called to do them. So I was like, I just kept feeling like, girl, get you a deck. And I'm like, what do you mean get me a deck? I'm just sitting here like, why am I feeling like I need to get a deck? So I got one, and I kind of started back when, I think it was like maybe 3 years ago. And I started doing that. I started off simpler with I got a tarot deck, couldn't do it. Started off with oracle decks, and I grew from there. In order to practice, I didn't want to practice on people around me. I didn't want to practice like on people I knew because I was scared. And, the whole thing, especially if you've grown up Christian or have people who are Christian, it's like witchcraft and all of that curses and stuff. And so I was scared. I was scared, but I'm like, Spirit was saying, girl, get your cards and do what I say. So I got my cards. I didn't know who to practice on. And then I was like, girl, you're in K-pop. You like K-pop. You like K-pop. Just use the idols to practice on. And so I started practicing reading on idols. And eventually I was like, this is juicy. There's so much going on behind it.
That's what resonated me about your channel, because I'm like, ooh, tea today.
I was like, wow, I was like, these companies are tripping. Like, there's so much going on. I was like, half of these idols are friends. What is happening? And so it got to a point that I said, oh yeah, something came true. I don't remember what it was. I did a reading, and this was before I started the channel, and it came true. And I said, wow. Dang, I don't have any proof that this just happened. I don't have any proof that I read on this before, and this is what I got. So I said, well, I guess I could go for the hell of it. I'm going to start a channel. And I was like, I'll just practice on the idols. I have a channel there. If somebody's interested in it, they'll watch it. And that's kind of how it started. I just had my YouTube channel and practice basically on camera. And this is where I'm at after just continuing to stick with it.
That's what's up. That is what's up. And y'all have to go to her lives. They be cutting into her lives, just having a good time. Like, we enjoy ourselves in there, honey. And I was just like, there has to be a K-pop psychic out there. Someone has to know, and here you are with everything. So
I remember I used to look for them too. I was like, well, especially when I started getting into readings, I was like, where is anybody reading on, K-pop? There's nobody here. Like, there's, they're like the few that will, sprinkle in a K-pop reading here or there. But I'm like, where are the ones that are dedicated to reading on K-pop? And I was like, well, girl, you got your cards. You like K-pop. Put 2 and 2 together. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. Okay. And that's what happened. I'm like, I'm gonna be the reader for the people. Let's be the reader for the K-pop fans.
You be the reader for the people, and I'll just read people. How about that?
Yes. Okay. Shoot. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Oh, thank you, Pink Lemon. It's like, I always get the tea and realness from both of y'all, and I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's all about good vibes on here. And, we got to, as Black women, we have to uplift each other. And
absolutely.
We really, really do. Because y'all see how Black women were getting treated lately. And it's like, come on now. Come on. Yeah. Like, we're always at the front line for so many people, but it's our turn for us to hey, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely true. Yeah, it's just it's very interesting to see that too, because especially Black women, we a lot of the times go out of the way to be there for a lot of people, even when we don't really have to be. So it's I love seeing the people who are out there supporting, and I would like to see more of that love reciprocated.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And we thank you all for coming in here and joining us now. Everybody's so sweet in here. Thank you guys. Thank you for welcoming her in here. I really do appreciate it. I really do. And y'all already know, if the trolls come in here, it's y'all. So let's see. So, and what type of services do you offer?
So I just do general tarot readings. I do oracle readings. So a lot of people are always confused when I say tarot and oracle. They're just two different types of mediums. Like, they're still cards, but tarot has a specific rule to it, and then the oracles usually, they're just designed by let me find my camera. They're designed however the person who made it wants it to be, and they'll usually have keywords on it, and so it's a little bit of a different structure, I guess, but that's pretty much the main thing. I usually call these oracle energy readings because it's mostly talking about energies and emotions when I do oracles. A lot of times it taps more into that, where the tarot is just usually, it's so direct with more of telling me what's going on in somebody's life, physically in the present, and a little bit of emotions. It kind of has a little bit of everything. But
what's your favorite card?
That I do room, huh?
What's your favorite card? I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize, but what's your
No,
what's
no,
your
it's
favorite
fine.
card?
It's fine. It's fine. My favorite card, I think it's the Queen of Wands and maybe the High Priestess.
Okay.
So Queen of Wands, a High Priestess. I know it would be cool if the Strength card was my favorite because it has the lion in it and it's like the
Yes.
lion and tarot. Honestly, I wanted to model my whole, business after that, the Strength
Yes.
card. But I just think that the High Priestess is a very beautiful card, and then the Queen of Wands. I don't know. I just like the Queen of Wands, maybe because she has fire energy, and I'm like Leo, so
You'll be surprised. I like the High Priestess, and the Death card is actually my favorite.
I always get the Death card. Like the Death
Yeah.
card loves me for whatever reason.
And y'all, the Death card is not a bad card. It really is.
It should be endings of things. It doesn't have to be an ending of a person's life. It could be sudden ends of things, like maybe a job or maybe an ending of a relationship. It could also be rebirth of something. So it could be something coming back to you, even a rebirth of an old relationship. So don't be scared just because you see the Death card. I have to work on it too because, like I said, I have like a sort of Christian background, and sometimes those things, the wheels in my head are turning, and that gets involved sometimes. And I'm like, girl, come back.
I know it's the same with me, but a lot of Christianity with Black people, we low key use hoodoo too. Yeah, so it's like
that whole thing is just deep. The disconnect. What is it called? The cognitive dissonance between being scared of witchcraft and your own ancestors' religion, and then attaching yourself to Christianity. Oh man, there was this conversation on Twitter. Well, that's a whole nother subject. Let me not. I digress because I was going to go on a whole different subject. But yeah, I'm reeling it back.
It's all right. It is okay. Like, well, so okay, I want to ask you about some groups. I know I got 3 groups. Now you asked me.
Right, let's get 3
groups. Now I want 2 p.m.
Okay. Oh, 2 p.m. All right.
That's my bias group.
Okay.
I know
my sister over there is hollering because that's her bias group too.
Yeah, my bias group. That's my bias group. And June K is the UB. That's it. That's the way it is.
My sister.
That's actually how I got into K-pop. I was on YouTube and I was scrolling down, and my suggestion feed was like 2 p.m. hands up, and I was like, let me see who they are, and I was like, yes. I can get with this. It's been like that ever since.
I never knew when I was I didn't know how much K-pop that I've seen until I finally got into it. I got into it like back in MySpace days. I remember I was scrolling on somebody's page and they had a 2 a.m. It was like a soccer theme anthem, and I clicked on 2 a.m. and I found 2 p.m. and then that was it from there. Excuse me.
And I've been doing this K-pop thing ever since. I was like, I don't know who these people are, but I'm going to find out, and I'm going to listen to more of them. And after that, I found Big Bang, and I was like, wow, okay, this is interesting. So
yes.
I'm going to ask the question about 2 p.m. So, like, do you think that they'll still continue as 6 or go their separate ways? Because Tech got moved to another company. I think he left JYP. But JYP said they're still 2 p.m. But I'm just like, but Tech didn't say that.
I see rumors about it. I do see rumors about it. No, I think some of them have permanently said their goodbyes. I don't see them necessarily coming back as a full 6, or at least not fully wanting to. Right. Let me pull my card. I see a lot of them have grown and found some other things that they're more into, and that they're probably going to stick to. So I don't think they're going to come back as 6.
Okay.
I would hope to see it, but
But I do. But I just feel like Tech might be the first to get married, and then I think after that, it's just going to just break off from there. Yeah,
I feel like that too. I wouldn't be surprised if Tech got married, or June K, honestly.
You know what? always, he's very secretive. So yeah, I
look, the secretive ones always get married. I don't know what it is. I missed out on such a giant opportunity when Chen got married because he is actually my bias in EXO. He became my bias before the incident. Just girl, like that's just girl. I have to turn to the side every time I think about what he did. But I read on him, and I remember I would do readings for my sister because I would do readings on him because I liked him, and I'm like, this man has a girl, and I was like, the company don't like her. I was like, I don't know who this woman is. I remember, so I was like, this company does not like her. She's causing trouble within the group and within the company. And I was like, and I remember telling her that he's going to have 2 kids. And I said 2. He's going to have 2 kids. I was like, he's going to have a boy and a girl. Originally, when I told my sister, I think it was supposed to be an older girl and then a younger boy. But I don't remember. But all I know is then not too long later, it was like, I don't know if it was like midnight or 2 a.m. or something. And that thing went off, and I saw he has a baby on the way. Yeah. I think I like an alarm system in my house. Like screaming to wake everybody up, like, girl, you won't believe what happened. But yeah. Oof.
When I seen that, I was just like, oh, somebody mad. Somebody be mad. I'm talking about they are mad.
Somebody let it go.
Girl, you see them out here protesting in front of the building like they protesting for R. Kelly. I couldn't believe it. Like 12 people up here protesting free R. Kelly. The same people out here, 12 people out here saying, get rid of Chin. They flew all the way over from Chicago, got through, done protesting for R. Kelly, and flew all the way from Korea. What
I was like, y'all. And it was so ridiculous. And I'm sitting here like, first of all, half of these men are already in the army. Right. And going off to do other things. You want to kick Chen out, who you gonna have left? It's ruining EXO. There is barely EXO anymore. It's like 4 members left if you take out.
Everybody's Lay just might not well come back. Lay is in China being a whole freak, making songs about. He made a whole song about bitches.
Girl. So it's just like, oh goodness. And I'm like, girl, well, what? I'm like, well, what do y'all want?
Ain't nobody in the group. Like, what? 2 people left. Ain't nobody in that group left.
Exactly.
I want to know what type of contract is SM having them people sign for them to be leaving like that.
Now, I remember when that whole big thing went down, and I know they were like trying to end slave contracts, but I have no faith in SM at all. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the insecurity of their creation. Yeah, there's no need to have faith that they changed anything about those contracts. They probably slightly adjusted it, but then made it like you lose something if you leave at this time. You know what I mean?
Trey was talking about that in the group chat today. Trey was talking about that today because we were talking about, Jessica's book is coming out next month. I'm getting it. We're going to read it on the channel.
Yes, I'm here for it.
We were talking about this today and about Jessica, and I'm just like, isn't it crazy? Like Jessica can't like she can't even go on music shows. Like, what is in them contracts? Like, what is in the contracts?
Here, I think I uploaded, or is it on Patreon? I have the Jessica reading on Patreon. I thought I uploaded it, but I guess not. But either way, I'm like, I am waiting to see what she has to say. I'm waiting.
I'm ready for the mess. It's gonna be messy.
Oh, girl, I can't wait. I
bet she gonna say all type of stuff about Taeyeon.
Probably, more than likely.
She's probably gonna say how much everybody in Super Junior is a pervert. I mean,
yeah, Super Junior is weird. I used to stand all of the groups that now I just wouldn't even, I used to stand them all. I mean, Big Bang, Super Junior, all of them. And now I'm just kind of like, dang, I could have done a little better. Just a little bit better. I
want to talk to you about Heechul. And okay, he's how long is this little thing that he's got gonna last? Because
actually, let me see.
That's weird. That was weird.
I didn't know the age difference because, like I said, I don't really know the ages of the idols. So I know she's like, how old is she? Is she like 23?
She's in her 20s. How old is she, y'all? And how old is he? Heechul's in his
Heechul's like dang near 30, right? I'm at 40, right?
Right. Let me see. Because
I'm waiting to see the comments. He's 40.
Okay, she's 23, 24. Okay, so she's in her early 20s.
Okay.
Oh my God. And Heechul. Okay, his birthday just passed. Okay. He's almost 30. He's 37.
37?
Girl, yes.
Well.
Oh, ew.
Well,
that ain't none of my business.
Honestly, it says she's 24, 25. Okay, 24, 25. It's kind of like, but I'm like, okay, well, she's at least 25. At least she's 25.
For me, it's not none of my business. It ain't like the thing where, oh my God, or what's old dude? Oh my God. Marquise Houston married he was 40, that 19-year-old girl.
That was disgusting. I was so mad. I'm like,
he was dating her when she was
still in school. So she's like, I think they said he knew her since she was like 16, 17. I was like, someone needs to go to jail.
And girl, he had nerve to say that the Jehovah brought us together.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, that's not what happened.
Yeah.
That's not what happened.
But
what do they call it? What does it call it? What is grooming? That's what it is. I was like, yeah, no, you groom that girl. You groom that girl to be what you wanted her to be, and you married her because that's when you thought she was perfect.
Raz B didn't lie.
Out.
Raz B did not lie. I think
what did Raz B say? Ooh. So Raz B told it all, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Was Raz B the one who was basically telling who was the first one that started telling the truth about everything that was going on with
Raz B?
It was Raz B. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I gotta tell you down the back end because you're gonna be like, what?
Look, I knew, when that whole mess went down, I was just sitting there like, I can't with the music industry. No, ma'am, I can't do it.
And it's a good thing that you're doing readings in K-pop because it's a lot in the music industry over there that is so corruptive and it's just messed up. And I'm just like, wow. Like I have never seen such a backward system in my life. Like these kids are signing these contracts, they're not reading them. They just want to, try to get in a group. And then like a lot of groups are disbanding because of the SUD situation, because a lot of these groups depend on like these concerts and shows for money, and they're not getting booked. And it's sad, like they don't go to school. They're just like, dog, I gotta go to school, get the money, go to school. I gotta pay this company back. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. And, and to be quite honest, a lot of the stuff that actually does go on, I even still censor to this day because, my experience with fans, they don't like to hear the truth. They don't like to hear it. And or you know what? I won't even say it's the truth because like I said, I am not 100% accurate on anything. I am not going to sit here and tell you everything that I say is the truth and it's going to happen. I cannot
Right.
lie to you and tell you that. But what I can say is the stuff that I see when I do readings that goes on in the company, what they do to these idols, young and old.
Right.
Don't doubt that that's possibly what's going on there, because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot similar to the news that came out not too long ago, where that school had been forcing the art students to perform at like night shift clubs and everything. Do you remember that thing that came out? And the students were protesting, and they made a whole, I think they made a whole musical or video or something about it.
No, I didn't even hear about that. Wow.
I think somebody in the comments may know what I'm talking about, so I hope somebody in the comments has my back on what it is. But I think it's a Korean art school, and basically the principals and the board of, it could have been the board of education, I don't know, but the board were basically taking the art students and taking them and forcing them to perform at private events for them, taking even funding and setting things up in, restaurants that they couldn't even afford to. I mean, they weren't even old enough to be in. They would even.
They're just the SOPA thing. Thank y'all. Y'all just reminded us. Thank you. I appreciate that, y'all. Thanks, y'all.
They fly the kids over there and then tell them they have to pay for their own tickets there and back and stuff. But if they don't perform, they're gonna mess with their grades, all of that stuff. Yeah. So if you think if all of that is going down in the schools, imagine what's going down in the companies under contract. You know what I mean? But that's another story. You know what I mean?
It is, because it's a mess. But let's get back to this heat-fueled conversation. So, like, do you think that's gonna last? Like, do you see that long term? For me, it's just. I could just look at it. I don't know. It's like, ugh.
Let me see. I don't know if I did an update reading on them or not, because I can't remember if I saw them breaking up anytime soon. But let me pull some cards and see. There may be a change in their relationship, but I don't know if that's going to be very, very soon.
Please.
No, it's not going to be anytime soon.
Don't let him knock that girl up. Please don't let him knock her up.
I hope not. But I knew it was downhill from the moment she did the Nico knee thing for him. I said, hey, here we go. But yeah, I think they're going to last for a few months. I think they're going to last for a few more months. But yeah.
That's just a weird, I don't know. It's not, I want people to be happy, but that, right, I don't know. I just see just Super Junior as just a bunch of predators for some reason.
They are, but and you know what? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only.
Yes, allegedly, y'all. We're using the word alleged. Okay, we don't want no lawsuits in here.
Exactly. But yeah, growing up, even when I was a fan of Super Junior, there was so many rumors, like from the Kid Bomb hitting, I don't know if it was Taeyeon and Jessica, I always get those two mixed up. I promise you, I'm sorry, I never can get them right. But him hitting on one of the girls, Kengan and Shindong in their extreme sexism. Who else? I think, was there? And Hee Chul had a lot of rumors about him. Lee Took also was sliding into these young girls' DMs.
Oh, that was embarrassing. You see them L's he was taking. I'm like, if you don't take your Botox face somewhere, like, stop. Like, it's so embarrassing. Remember who got caught with that picture IU? That's the most famous picture.
And yes. And so it was like, it was so much going on around Super Junior that I'm not surprised. Like, it's just like, I am not mad at anybody who sits there and look like they are a bunch of predators, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. They look like a bunch of predators. Yes. Because they do. They have a really bad rap sheet. So whether they did it or not, the rap sheet that they have is just like, it's really telling. And it gives off an image that says that you guys are predators. Like, you guys are kind of not the greatest of people, allegedly.
Yeah, Damien and his 3 DUIs, like fighting outside with people and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just like, this is weird. And they put one member on punishment because he got married. Yes, he's entitled.
Right?
How you gonna put somebody on timeout for getting married?
He's like 30 something. Like, what are you doing? That it didn't make no sense to me. It didn't make no sense to me at all. It didn't.
Benny, did you call Lee Tuck Lestat? Oh my goodness. And before I started this live stream, I was looking at Interview with a Vampire on HBO Max, and I'm like, let me look at this again. Lestat, you girl, stop. Oh my goodness. Oh, here's the last one. Now this is you're gonna like this one.
Okay.
Big Bang.
Ooh.
This is like a 2-part question. Now the first question is, I'm like, we're gonna get music for more music, or just music for the last time, because G Dragon ain't look like he not doing so well.
Somebody is completely turning them down. But there is going to be more music.
Okay.
There's going to be more music. I don't know how many members are left. It's Taeyang, top
4, because the baby is left. He left the group.
Okay.
Because of his controversy.
Yes. I do see there being more music from them. I'm not sure exactly, out of the ones that are left over, how many are actually going to be in it. Because I think somebody is going to completely end the contract and walk away. There's somebody who's going to be pretty shameless when it comes to the Seungri thing. Like, somebody is probably going to, I don't know if they're going to be open about the support, or maybe like just do something that's just in bad taste when it comes to Seungri. So there's a possibility that may happen as well. But I think they're going to release new music. I don't know when, but somebody will.
Okay. Now I want to well, the second question, it's about 2 people. It's about Top and Seungri. So is Seungri, like, is he ever just gonna, I don't know. Is he gonna own up, or is he just gonna just stay quiet? Because, like, I haven't heard a peep from him.
Seungri is still doing stuff behind closed doors. I don't know why he has access.
He's still out here hoeing.
He's still getting into stuff, and it could be, actually, believe it or not, music. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He does not care about what's going on at all. He doesn't care at all. This is not affecting him. And it's not going to stop him from doing what he wants to do. I have to make sure I'm on the camera. It's not going to stop him from doing what he wants to do at all. It's not. So I don't know if he's still going to try to make music and drop it. I don't know what kind of creative thing he may be putting out there, but he may still actually come back. I don't know when, but he's going to definitely make a reappearance to the public.
Ooh, I can't wait for that to happen. I can't wait for that to happen, because he is a mess. Because when all that came out, I was looking at him like, what?
Right. My mind
red flags went off with the towel incident. So I'm not surprised.
Yes. Red flags went off with the towel incident for me. That kind of like rubs me the wrong way. I was like, that's weird. No, that's weird. Like, something is wrong with that. And then the next thing that rubbed me the wrong way is, believe it or not, I guess it may be my intuition. But I remember a while ago, I was seeing, like, I don't know what girl group it was or what girls they were, but they were saying that Sistar would tell them that be careful around these music industry ones, especially the male, so like something about male idols or males, because they'll act like they're your friends but they really want something for you. Somehow I was like, I know this has something to do with one of these groups. But as time passed, it was when I saw Sunli with Blackpink, and I saw how uncomfortable they were with him. And I think he, even before that thing where they were together, he was talking about how they didn't like him, and the girls were talking about how they did not like Sunli. And I think even the girls talked about just having to be careful around certain men. And I was like, this is Sunli. Like, this is really, and I'm sure it's a lot of the other men in there too. But it was something about him that I was like, my brain just kept targeting every time. It was like these alarms that went off. So
I'm trying, I mean, for me, I'm wondering, is it some like past trauma that he had that was passed to him, or he just developed it as time went on when he got into the industry? Because this is normal. This isn't normal what he's doing. That's not normal behavior at all.
It's not. So we have the card for bittersweet. It could be a little bit of a mixture of both. Ooh, okay, more cards just flew out all over the place. Vanity. We have prayer in reverse. Girl. So lack of guidance, and even gratefulness. Sunli was basically very power struck. He had the fame, he had the status, he had the power, so he could do whatever he wanted and manipulate people how he wanted. He took advantage of that, and I'm especially with bittersweet. This is definitely something that he also learned and picked up from the company itself and how they treated the women within their company. So yeah. This was both a little bit of a learned behavior and just something that he just has within him.
He needs help. Like, he really needs help. I think he's an addict. He's an addict, and you can tell. And I'm just like, you can get some help. Like, I would rather you get some help instead of you out here not admitting that you're doing all this stuff. Like, get the help that you need, because he clearly looks stressed.
Yeah, I was wondering why he always looked like that. Like, his eyes were always very like puffy, and he had his dark circles were thick, and maybe that was because he worked, back when before this happened, Big Bang was very popular and constantly working. It could have been that, but I don't know what else he has going on over there. But that whole mess with Burning Sun it blew my mind. Like,
everybody that was involved, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was just like,
oh yes, yes.
They caught old boy coming out the airport. They arrested him coming at the airport. I was just like, and he looked rough too. I was like, your hair ain't combed, you look dusty.
Shoot, exactly. I was upset because I was actually just getting to like Jun Jun Young. I just had discovered him, and I was like, I love this music. And I was like, oh, he's kind of, I was like, this guy looks like a creep. I like it. And then it turns out he's actually a creep. And I was like, I don't like that. The aesthetic of the like little, goofy little psycho smile or whatever as being in a rock band, I thought was cool when I saw it. When I put two and two together, and I'm like, no, he's actually, he's got issues. That's when I was like, this is more than aesthetic, and that's not cute. This is not what I like. I'm not surprised about Junhyun of Beast, or now Highlight, because I like him. I liked him. But it was one thing. Not only was it the way he acted while in the group that I knew he was a pervert, and I always just tell myself, I say he's a pervert. Like, that guy's a pervert. But I remember even when B2B had debuted, and I don't know if you guys, especially in the comment section, if you remember, I don't know what B2B was filming for. And basically the boys were all naked in a shower, and they were being filmed for the thing. Junhyun brought his behind all the way from where he was all the way down there, and he was standing on some stuff, peeking over the showers, watching them. He absolutely was. And so it's like, that everybody's doing their thing, and then the camera pans, and it's just like, oh, we have a visitor. And he was just sitting there like, and I'm like,
ew.
I was like, okay, did you not have anything better to do? And was this the time that you wanted? And even if, like, I could understand if it was like, oh, okay, he's there to support. But if you're there to support, I would expect he's standing there like a decent person, maybe where the rest of the camera people were watching. But he was peeking over the freaking shower head walls, standing on stuff. And I'm like, you look like a pervert. Like, why are you looking like you need to be peeping? There's open space for you to be standing and watching. Why are you peeping like some sort of weirdo? And, I always knew he was a pervert, and I just didn't know to what degree until that phone stuff came out. And I was like, wow, this makes sense. Spy cams? And in my mind immediately linked back to the shower thing. And I'm like, and the signs were there. That was
it. It was just sad. And I'm not going to repeat the details because, oh my God, what he did to that woman, what he said to her.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for her. And I was just like, that's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that people shared the video, and people were like, well, he didn't do it. Some of them didn't do it, but they watched it.
They did. They absolutely
didn't say anything. That makes it just is worse,
I'm actually surprised they didn't get Zico.
I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, so y'all not gonna say nothing to him? I'm like, money walks, bullshit
talks. Okay. Well.
He probably had to pay up, but Zico. I don't like Zico for like many reasons.
A million trillion reasons.
He did. Remember that chat room he got caught in? Him and some other rappers. They were talking about Nicki Minaj's body, talking about Black women's body. It was just so nasty. And I was like, okay, you're weird. They're all fucking weird.
I didn't see that one. I know about, I've seen the video where he did the Confederate flag. I've seen a lot of the appropriation that he's done. And then I've also seen the sort of, he's a pervert too. He's a pervert too. Like, I've seen things that he said and done to, I think it was like the Kwang Min twins, boyfriend back in the day.
Yeah,
like he was really weird to them. I think it was, I don't know what it was. It was something where he was interviewing them, and he was really weird to them. I forgot what happened, but I know he said something very inappropriate, and they just looked really uncomfortable. And I was like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, all I thought was like, what is wrong with these dudes? Like, when they get to a level, these men, once they get to a level of power, like, they don't care. They're like, if you're cute, if I find you attractive, or if I just want to bully you in any type of way that I feel like it, I'm going to do it. And it's like, they have this way of like weirdly intimidating people who are younger than them or who have just debuted. And I peeped that. I've done really good not cursing, actually. I'm sorry, but I peeped that.
It's fine.
But yeah, especially when they brought up the stuff about Zico and the golden phone. Remember when he did that thingy? They put up the receipts about Zico talking about he had a golden phone.
Yes, he had. He is paying people.
Yeah.
They pay people over there. Why do you think old girl, the snitch, keeps getting off? The girl went to court, and I'm like, she's not gonna go to jail, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
She took the drug test and miraculously passed. I'm like, she's not going to jail.
She passed? I thought they said she didn't pass.
She took another test, I think, and she passed. But either way, she got out of it as usual. I'm like, she's never going to go to jail, y'all. She's never going to go to jail.
Hopefully she does, because I did lie. Hopefully it comes true. It says she is. Well, no, I did an energy reading, and more of a channeling of Masa X members. And I heard that she was going to go to jail one of these days. She was going to go to jail. I don't know how long, but she is going to go back to jail. I don't know when, though, but hopefully it happens.
She needs to go somewhere and just sit. Please let her sit somewhere, because she all like this. what she did to both of them boys was messed up, but they both came back. They both came back, and I'm like, I'm glad they're both back making music. I'm like, boy, she's crazy, man.
Yeah. Oh, I did a reading on her. I don't know if I did that live. She has some stuff too. And it all comes back to YG Entertainment. It all comes back to what they did to her and YG, which is why she's determined to tear every man down. She is going to tear every single man down. She said, if I have dirt on you, if any of these girls said they have troubles with you, I am going to rip you to shreds. And Hansuki is like the what's it called? Like when you're a hero and a villain, I guess, in a sense. Like in her eyes, Hansuki is a superhero. Huh?
She's like a vigilante, I think.
Yeah, like she just like, in her eyes, she's like, say the word. If you tell me one of these K-pop boys messed you over, I will ruin their career. Period. And that's how Hansuki thinks. That's what she thinks. And she's gonna do it. That's her plan. And she made sure that she was gonna take down everybody that she could in YG. She said she was gonna take down everybody that she could in YG.
She really did. Like, mad. I want to know what they did to her in YG, because they just to be honest, they treat women really bad over there in YG. Y'all saw what happened to Bomb. Y'all saw what happened to Mitzi. Saw what happened to Lehigh. You saw what happened to CL. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Dar's contract is about to be up soon. She's leaving, so you know.
It's not hard to guess what happened to Hansuki within YG. I mean, just use your little bit of, if y'all want to know, just use a little bit of imagination of what think about the type of men that are there, and then think about actually being a group dealing with being in YG. You can pretty much guess what they do to the girls that are over there. It's a lot of things that fall under the A word. So it's a lot of that, all kinds of it. Like Blackpink is not free from that either, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only.
Allegedly.
But, yeah. So, and I was telling them, and that he's not going to attack women. She's not going to attack women. If she does that, I guess that's the day when she really starts tripping. But her goal is never to attack women. She's going to attack every man she can. Like I said, starting with YG. She got Seungri, she got Top, she got BI. Then she moved over and got Wonho, and I'm like, girl.
Like, she not stopping, y'all. She gonna tell everybody business. She's like,
I think she even told YG's business with it. I wonder if she's the reason why him and the tax evasion stuff got out as well. Like, cause she's gonna burn that place to the ground.
She's like, like Sealy for the Color Purple. Everything you touch will fail. I'm talking about that's what she did. She was like, no, everything you think about gonna fail, YG. I'm like, girl, she got it. Girls, let me tell you what happened one day. It was she took one of my videos. It was like 2 years ago, and I guess she didn't like it. Girl, she had this shit copyrighted and took my video down. What? I didn't do nothing.
Literally, she did that.
All I gave was my opinion. That was it. I was telling her, and she was wrong, and she got mad. And it was okay. I let her have that for free because I turned right back around and did another video of her. I'm like, sit down somewhere.
Wow.
So it was like 2-3 years ago when everything happened and she got mad. Like, she was going around taking people video down with her name in the title because she was just mad. You can't be mad. This is a public.
Oh, I remember hearing about that. Actually, I remember hearing about that. Dang,
she got all salty. I'm like, what's your problem? It's YouTube. It ain't even that serious.
Shoot,
she had a channel. I don't even know if she has a channel no more because I think people was just going on there and just giving her,
dragging her, huh?
The same thing with what's her name, Jimin's channel. like YouTube said, it was the channel with the highest like unsubs ever since what happened to Mina. I was like, they was unsubbing from her channel fast.
Oh,
you did reading? Did you do a reading about AOA and Mina? Did you do a reading about?
I
AOA?
did. It's on Patreon because sometimes like readings like this are very like they're very sensitive, and I don't want to be, disrespectful, as sometimes stories can be or come off, especially in a reading, deeper than it actually is on the level that we get it. And I'm like, well, dang, when if something comes up in a reading and it's showing, maybe some things that Mina may have possibly been doing allegedly for entertainment purposes only from her side, I don't want people to watch it on my channel and think, oh, girl, you're trying to say this stuff about her. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just telling you what's coming out on its table. So I was like, instead of doing that, because this girl is in a really bad place, I'm not going to put it on YouTube. I'll put it on Patreon. So people who are, who are over there and supporting me on Patreon, they can look at it and be the judge for themselves and leave feedback or whatever. Speaking of which, everybody, if you're still here, please make sure you put a like on Black Nuna Speaks video, thumbs up the video if you like these and you want to see these more. If you want to see more of these videos, if you like these combos, hit the thumbs up button. Show some love. Come on, fam.
Please,
Come on, fam. Show that love.
We're going to be doing this every other Saturday. Like I want to just like, there's so much just amazing talent out there. And I'm just like, let's put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Aren't y'all tired of going on YouTube and just seeing the Sally's like, hey everybody, this is my my cream right here. This is my boyfriend Skylar. We're gonna go to Starbucks and get a mocha frappuccino, light, no ice, no foam, grass. Yay! We're gonna go to Forever 21. This top is so cute. Yay! I got new lights for my room. Yay! Let's miss ourselves. I'm gonna take my dog to the spa. We're gonna get a facial. I don't want to hear that.
Girl, I know what you mean. I absolutely know what you mean, girl. Like, for real.
Oh, there's this one lady. She comes up with my recommendations all the time. She's this conservative lady.
Oh yes, she's been paying for ads and she's been all over the place. She has been all over these.
Y'all, she is paying for these ads.
Girl, the thumbs down ratio that she's been getting. Everybody has been disliking her videos.
Every time she is recommended, I'm like, I tell YouTube I don't want her to recommend me this video, and let me see if she pops up again. Nope. Thank you, God. Because she pops up all the time. And she literally pays for this ad. She's like, I'm a conservative housewife.
Girl, oh my God. It's embarrassing. It's like, okay, girl, if that's you, do you. But if you don't get up out of here.
Let me see. It's not conservative Kathy. Let me go look. It's
conservative Kathy. I like that. It has a ring to it, though.
I'm going to find her. Let's see. There she goes. I found her. Oh, Lord. Hold on. I found her. This is her channel, y'all. Her name is, this is her. Lord.
Classically, Abby. Yes, her. She has been paying for these ads, girl. I've been seeing her everywhere, and I'm like, oh, my God. But you know what? We don't want to give her any more advertisement.
Her likes and dislike ratios, y'all. That's
what I'm talking about. Like, it's crazy. I'm like, girl, why
they be clowning her, and I'm just like, pay for these ads, girl. Just pay for these ads. Pay for them, because I'm not subbing to you. That's what YouTube try to get me to do. Don't And usually, and then a Nicocado avocado won't come down. I'm like, this is the last thing I want to see. The last thing, that boy. His channel is pure entertainment at this point. I don't take anything that he says at all seriously. I just look at him. I'm just like, y'all, you and Orlin are just, y'all keep making money.
I've barely heard of the man, barely have ever heard of the band. I remember probably the first time I heard about him was not too long ago when he was blowing up on Twitter for something that he did. And I was like, who is named Nick Avocado? And then I saw him and I said, oh, his head's shaped like an avocado. That's why. And so that's what I thought. Maybe, you know, he has something around that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know anything about that man or his channel. All I know is he pisses people off.
Let me just tell you something about this boy. Mm-hmm. He a mess. When I look at him, I be like, he looks like he smells like beef and cheese.
He do. I'm not gonna lie, he does. He absolutely does.
And him and his husband, whatever they are still fighting. They just
I didn't know he had a husband.
He says they get together, they divorce, they marry, they divorce. They're so disgusting when they eat is because they have all this food, they just waste it and eat over it when other people that really need to eat it can have it, and it's just so disgusting. And they throw food at each other. And I'm just, and he has, you know, he has an OnlyFans page. I watched a video of somebody saying that they got it, and they were like, they were so disgusted. They paid for his OnlyFans page, and they said it was the most disgusting thing they've ever seen. They immediately took their OnlyFans down. They got their money back. It was just gross. I would never pay for his OnlyFans page. I would rather shave my breasts with a cheese grater than pay for OnlyFans page for Nick Avocado.
Yeah, no.
Like you just, there's no type of drugs in the world, no amount of Hennessy you can give me. His OnlyFans page
for real. All of this drama going on with Sam, girl.
You know, I've been over here fighting. So
yes, I know you have.
Like, I'm mad. Like, I'm angry because they know they can hold this over his head because they literally signed his paycheck because he has to have that money to send back home to his family. So they're like, you're going to just shut up and you're going to apologize. And I'm just like, I would never live in a place where I can't be allowed to use my voice to speak up on the injustices of Black people. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't do that. It's just not fair and it's just not right. Mm-hmm. And people are just picking on him. And they said that he had sexually harassed somebody. He didn't. They're just making up stuff. And now they're telling him to go back to Ghana and stuff like that. And I'm just like, y'all are so racist towards each other. Asians are racist towards each other, if y'all didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Especially towards like darker skinned Asians, hate each other. Like, it's sad, but you know, they don't realize it because they're too busy doing other stuff. It's just a mess. And then with the Carrot and the 17 situation, they was fighting too. And I made it clear on that 17 video. I was like, I'm not about to sit up here
and argue with all these people.
I'm just gonna turn the comments off. You're gonna do that too. This is my punishment. Y'all putting these think pieces and these long dissertations. Ain't nobody got time to read that. Girl, somebody made 4 accounts. There's 24 hours in a day. There's plenty of activities to do, but you made 4 Google accounts to come on here. If you don't go somewhere and do something, when the last time you checked your mailbox? When the last time you put some gas in your car?
Exactly.
Did you tell your mama that you love me? Did you pay the bill? You up here online using your mama internet, and you up here trying to do stuff to me. It's crazy. I ain't trying to be scared of no kids.
Exactly.
These kids' bedtime is the same bedtime as my daughter. It's 8:30. Going somewhere. I was like, that gonna make my blood pressure high. Like, back in the old days, I can see my old self, and I used to go in, I used to go below the belt. I was all out here, but as I got older, I'm like, you know what? Don't do that no more. Just cuss their ass out once, block them and delete them. That's what I do, because I'm like, you're not about to get all my energy. You're not doing that. And I'm just like, okay, say what I got to say, read the ass, and this is block them. Because I'm like, I'm not about to sit up here and do this with you. It's not going to happen. And, you know, with K-pop today, I understand more clearly that these are just kids. They're just kids online. They got have a little phone now, and they're just going crazy on Twitter, saying whatever on YouTube, and they're just children. So I just look at it like you're just a kid. So say what you need to say. I know school's back in, and I know that homework's hard, Timmy. It's fine.
I had to turn out the comment section to the G-Men reading, because like I said, it's like almost like a lot of the times you feel like you can't even do something nice because I try to tell everyone to take readings with a grain of salt. Like it's not that serious. If you don't believe it, you don't have to believe it, especially because a lot of the times, like, only parts of some of the readings will actually come to the surface regardless of what's going on behind the scenes. So I'd be like, yo, just chill. This is what I get. He got some when I did a personality reading. Oh, that's one of my readings that I offer as well. I offer personality readings, but if you go on my channel in the community section, I have price listings over there. So go ahead if you want to purchase a reading from me and email me at TheLionsDen@yahoo.com. Sorry, I had to plug it in. But,
it's all right. We got all your information, your YouTube link. After this, I'll just copy all the information, just put it in here so everybody can go. I'll even put it on my community tab, so everybody can know that. But
yeah. So like with the whole thing, he got a lot of cards that were reversed, talking about his most dominant personality traits at the moment that I was doing the reading. And so basically, I'm thinking nothing of it. And I'm like, okay, so, and I'm just reading what I'm getting and what I'm picking up. And I post a video not thinking nothing of it. And when I say those G-Men stands came in hard and heavy, it was about like 2, 3 a.m. and I'm waking up to my notifications going off, and I'm seeing massive amounts of emails, and I'm seeing 56 thumbs down on a video that just had 73 thumbs up.
Girl, look at the BTS juice, y'all. Like, it's a mess. It's a mess. That's why when I be over here, I don't even like talk about BTS, because after that cupcake video I did, the cupcake video actually went viral. And people got pissed off about that video.
Did you turn off the comments for that one?
Yeah. I was like, y'all can talk to a wall too. You can talk to a wall. I think it's still downloaded somewhere. But I said what I said, and I stand by it. I'm like, y'all fans is crazy. Like, I would never drink the BTS juice. I'm not gonna drink it. Like, y'all can't make me drink it.
And I kind of thought the same thing after the experience with the G-Men reading, because a lot of them said a lot of horrible, horrible things. Like, they said horrible things. And I'm like, who would fix their mouth to say stuff like that to somebody? And I'm like, that's like beyond like that. It was beyond. It wasn't anything like, oh, aesthetically. It was more like your family did this to you. Somebody literally was like, oh, well, how about I do your reading? This person R-word you, and this person did this. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, it is not that serious. Like, it's not that deep. This is a personality reading. And I'm like,
Lord have mercy,
are bugging. And that's when I was like, after a minute, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna report, I'm gonna get your channel deleted, I'm gonna do that. And I was like, I need to go to sleep. This is really stressing me out, because I have bad anxiety. Like, I have really bad social anxiety. So I'm like, this is really affecting me. So I was like, I turned off the comments when I realized I could. I turned off the comment sections. I actually took it down before I realized I could just turn off the comment section. And I took it down. And then eventually I put it back up, and the comments are off. But it was doing so well, so it's just like, it was a loss for me. I should have just kept it up and not have been afraid of those people. But I wasn't really afraid. But what happened was, when I saw that they were making everything very unpleasant for other Cubs who were in the comment section, like, and I saw my Cubs in there fighting for me, they were, arguing with these people, but it was also stressing them out. And I'm like, they don't need to be seeing comments like this, and they don't need to be, having to read that when they're coming to watch a video. So I was like, nah, I'm cutting it off. Like, I'm just cutting it off, because these people, that's really when it crosses the line. It's like, you are a fanatic. You're not, it's not like a fan. Like, I like their music and I like their personalities. You're a fanatic. This is something you need help for, because these people have never spoken an actual word to you. These people don't know your name.
Thank
You know,
you.
these people are not paying your bills.
Thank
You
you.
know,
Thank you.
and
Yes.
I've been saying that a lot of fanatics, not people who are genuine fans, but fanatics, they think when BTS says, you know, Army, I love you, they literally mean Katie, Becky, Susie, Angelica. I'm talking it directly to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are my personal feelings to you. And I'm like,
Yes.
please. They
Yes.
love your love and support.
Yes.
And
Yes.
encouragement. Please keep it at a fan and a, you know, an artist distance, because when y'all get to the point where y'all are really saying horrible things to somebody like that, over a personality reading, that is literally up to your own interpretation of whether you want to believe it or not. That's when it's just like, you're doing too much. It's funny, I was talking to Cubs before. I said the worst part is, you know, the funny part is, you know, the same ones that were like, you know, you shouldn't have done a reading on Jimin. You shouldn't have done a reading on Jimin. You should only do readings on people who ask you to read for them and blah blah blah. Which I don't do readings on anybody that doesn't ask me unless they're a celebrity. Yeah, the same person, because you can. I hope y'all know. I want y'all to know. That you can actually click on the commenter and see how much they've actually been on your page and comments they've left on other videos. Mm-hmm. So I clicked on them, and these are the same people that are saying, can you give me a G Cook reading? I want to know about G Cook. You know, and I'm sitting there like, you're sitting up there telling me not to read on him, but just last week you were asking me to give you a ship reading on these two individual members.
Honey, these fans are a mess. Like, I agree with everything you said. It's just like they have just complete tunnel vision. And when you know that 17 video, I made it clear, I'm not coming for these boys. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying Pledis needs to be responsible.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, well, Cupid's trying to get clout. Cupid's being racist. I was like, no, that's not how. I'm like, y'all always pick. Y'all lie so much. And then here comes the music people. I'm a professional music player. I'm a professional music person. I'm a professional music. I'm like, y'all stop lying. Just because, you know what I'm saying, your Spotify page ain't like getting as many hits as you want to. You gonna come over here and tell me, like, go somewhere and sit down. Like I understand you love your faves. That's fine. But at the same time, wrong is wrong. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't sit up here and always just say, well, they didn't do it. I didn't even say it was them.
Yep.
You know, when they listen to the video, it goes out one ear and another, and they have selective hearings. You'll say, like, I'm not talking about a specific person, but at the same time, they'll automatically think you're talking about the group as a whole. And I'm like, I didn't say that. Do you need me to like put the timestamp of what I said so you know what I said? So
now they have selective hearing. They don't want to hear. What they want is to stop what they view as negative publicity or negative press. Right. So I see that a lot of fanatics in particular, they like to repeat what you said by putting their own words into your mouth and then going around claiming that that's something that you said. Right. And they do that a lot. It's funny because I did see on my Twitter, there were a lot of carrots that were basically like, girl, there's no coming back from this. No, we see it. But like I said, then there's fanatics. Then there are the Sasangs. And, you know, they come in there and they don't care about what's right. They don't care about equality. They don't care about justice. They care about their group. And that's it. It doesn't matter whether they're right or wrong. They're going to fight everybody or just to protect these people that aren't even thinking about them, just to protect these people who have lawyers who they don't even have to worry about, you know, any of this, because their lawyers are going to be taking care of that. And it's really sad to see how much time people invest in things like this. Like, these people are not, you know, coming over there and they're not on the internet fighting for you in particular. Like,
they're like, these fans, they're like very emotionally invested, and it gets to the point where they start acting out very dangerously. Like, there's fans out there that will these fanatics out here doxing people. They're out here, like making death threats. They're out here like people don't even want to have a Twitter. They delete their Twitter. It's really sad, and it shouldn't be that way. Like K-pop, just it's not that serious. Like
really
sit down and enjoy it. Like y'all have these fans, like you have these fandoms, and y'all acting crazy. Like, do you think they gonna come all the way and ride an airplane over here and be jumping the comments, be like, yeah, they're not. Y'all look crazy. Like, I would never sit up here and run to somebody's comment section and just obliterate them because they said something about my face. Somebody said something about 2 p.m. Be like, June K got a big old head. He can't sing. I'm like, okay.
Exactly. I'm be like, okay, if that's how you feel. If that's your opinion, whatever. You know,
hurt me. Because I'll be able to sleep at night. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and waste my energy and get exhausted because of a group that I may or may never meet. Like, it's really not that serious. And y'all be out here cutthroat fighting in the comments. And it's just weird. And I think to myself, I'm like, do y'all parents know y'all up all night on Tumblr and Twitter and Facebook and all these pages saying these things? Like, these kids are like 12 and 13. They're up here making fanfics, and I'm just like, y'all are nasty.
That's another thing that gets to me is not people making fanfics. I don't really care. I hate when it's just like y'all make fanfics and then turn around and look at a tarot reader like, how dare you? And it's just like, first of all, because with tarot readings, it's depending on whether you want to believe it or not. It could be almost the equivalent of a fan fiction, like me telling a story through the cards. It could be that real to you if you want it to be. So it's just like, you don't sit up there and be somebody that be reading fan fiction and you hear somebody like, these are the same people that be sitting there with favorite idol, like, Taehyung V is a bad boy and he's pushing people against lockers and he's aggressive and he's this, but then somebody says in the tarot reading that may be so, and they be like, how dare you? And I'm like, you read that all the time. You read that is the type you like. That's the ideal version of him that you like in your fan fictions that you read. So don't sit up there and get mad if someone says the same thing of the last fan fiction you have on your little list on Archive of Our Own. Don't sit up there and act like you don't be reading them rated M fan fictions with your main idol having the same personality type.
Girl. And and then and the fact that as being a Black woman on YouTube and you talk about K-pop and you have your opinions on it, it's tough too because people don't like that.
Yeah, they don't like it at all.
Black, you're not supposed to know anything about that, and you're not supposed to talk about that, and you especially don't have an opinion on that. And I'm just like, yes, I do. Especially if it's demeaning Black people and taking our culture and just profiting off of it and mocking it. I have a problem with it. So I'm gonna say stuff about it. And so far, I guess I've been doing good because people are like, hey, you're talking about. And I know not everybody gonna like what I say. I understand that. I've been on YouTube for almost 11 years. I understand just the ins and out of it. I understand like the consequences. I understand it. I know this. I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? I got my them armies got my channel deleted, man. They were mad about that, but
they got your channel deleted? You said
armies got deleted. They were mad about that cupcake video because they considered it as bullying towards
me. That's what happened, because I knew I was subscribed to you and I hadn't seen another video pop up, and I was like, okay, I guess they were
mad. They were mad about it. The GOT7's fans got mad about it because I made another video about Jackson and him wearing dreads, and people like telling him on his Instagram, trying to educate him, and he getting mad, and here come big bald head. I'm tired of him. I'm talk about him because he gets on my nerves, and they got together. They're like, well, she's up here bullying these idols. I'm like, I'm not. I'm not. Well, it was by my channel, but I was like, okay, I just made another one. I was like, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm not gonna stop. I have fun. We're all having fun. It's like I said, K-pop is not that serious. Y'all shouldn't take someone talking about having an opinion about your fave so seriously. Like, oh my god, you completely sat up here and said the whole group is ugly. I didn't say that. All I said, Rap Monster's haircut was uneven. That's all I said. All I said, his haircut was uneven. I ain't call nobody ugly or nothing. And you went crazy, and you going crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you so upset? Calm down.
Oh God, okay.
You could snap back on people like in the comments. Now I'm just like, why are you so mad for? Why are you so
they're like that, and I'm like, I don't feel like dealing with it. That's why I said, I told him, I said, look, I'm gonna continue doing BTS readings, but they're gonna be on Patreon only. Y'all gonna have to pay to harass me. I'm like, if y'all gotta harass me, you gonna have to pay to do so. So this is like my last rounds of BTS readings. I think, like, especially
don't
if they
do no more. Don't do them no more.
They're gonna be over there on Patreon.
They gonna beat you up. They beat you up for them, man. They beat you up. Don't do it. Like,
well, I've seen a lot of other people that they nearly chased off of YouTube. A few other readers that I think one of them got in trouble for a Lisa Jungkook reading or something. It was just it's a lot. It's crazy. It's really crazy to see because like I just be sitting there like you guys realize that most of the time, like a good 98% of the time, your idols are not checking for a channel, that has anywhere less than 15,000 subscribers.
right.
We have relatively very small channels so far. We growing though. We growing. But it's just like these idols are not sitting here going out of their way to find our videos, get someone to translate every single word we say, and then, get in their feelings about it. It's just like, it's really not that deep. I don't know what people want. Like, do y'all want like for everybody to have the same opinion 100% of the time? Like, what is it? It's weird. It's weird, but
it is weird because I'll say BTS. I put BTS in my titles, and I have some people try to come in, and I'm just like, why are y'all so mad for? They didn't say anything. Like, calm down. These armies is crazy, honey. But at the end of that, I tell myself, they're just children.
Yep.
They're just kids. I'm like, y'all kids. Like the little, like on my community wall, I deleted it because I'm like, don't be talking about that girl like that. When she was talking I had called a girl Wesley Snipes. I should have did that. I was like, but her edges were not together. Let's just say it that way. But she was like, well, your name is Nuna. And I'm like, if people don't know in the chat, I use the Black Nuna Speaks as, how would I say it? I use it as a form of sarcasm, or it's a parody, it's not, I'm not being serious. I'm kind of just like,
it's not like a weeaboo thing, like you're obsessed and you're trying to be somebody's like actual
it's satire
version of a Nuna.
The name is satire. I use the name to get Korean boos mad, and it works every time. I'm like, you're mad. You get it, don't you? And they're like, oh, what? Comment deleted. I'm like, wait, let me tell you more. But the girl, she was like, our fandom is coming after you. I said, okay. I have milk and cookies waiting for them. I have HBO Max, so I have all the Sesame Street series. I have it from the classic up to now. I have that. I do have I have Cartoon Network. They can watch Steven Universe. I also have, they can watch Dora the Explorer. I have Play-Doh, whatever you need. Come on over. Juice. Y'all want some juice? I have Lunchables. It's hard to open up the end. I can just like rip it open. You can use your juice. I have cereal, Rice Krispies. You can hear pop.
You just dragging them, girl. Like, but you know,
Scared no kids. Y'all kids, y'all still gotta use a step stool to use the bathroom. Get out of here. I'm gonna scare somebody. I ain't gonna. Who is still scared of somebody using wipes? Y'all got me messed up. We're trying to have fun over here. But let's see. We're gonna wrap this up. So before we go, just your favorite boy group, favorite girl group, female and male solo artists.
I'm a multi-stan, so my favorite boy groups were BTS and EXO, but BTS is kind of slowly dwindling because I haven't been interested in their music as of late. So like their comebacks have just not been it for me. So they're right now EXO, because I actually really, really like their music. I used to be a longtime hater of EXO, but that's another story. Once I heard them sing, I was like, oh, I kind of may check out the album. Like EXO. Girl group, I actually like Twice. Blackpink is growing on me a lot. So it's like Twice and Blackpink who are up there. And A-Pink is that work for me. I actually really love A-Pink. Don't know nothing too much about the members besides Eunji and Bomi, but I love the music. Solo artists. Chungha. Love Chungha.
I like her.
I love Chungha. Male solo artists. Male solo artists. I feel like there's one in my head, but I can't think of them. I don't know. For now, I'm just going to go with J-Hope because I really like J-Hope's solo work and his solo album. So I'm just going to go with J-Hope. Yeah, what was that? Did I answer all of them or am I missing something?
No, you got them. You got them.
Right.
I think mine, of course, group is 2 p.m., of course, and then, these lovely these ladies over here in the corner. I really
Luna. Is that?
Luna.
Oh, okay.
It was weird because I'm really not into girl groups like that. And then Luna was just like, wow, well, okay. And I really like Dreamcatcher too.
I was just about to say Dreamcatcher. I was just going to say, now that you mentioned it, Dreamcatcher.
Those girls have the best storylines in their videos and they are consistent. It's very, very creative with all their videos. I'm sitting up here every time they have a comeback. I'm like, please let these girls win. I love them.
They're so cool.
They out here doing it, and I love them. Boy group, of course, 2 p.m., but they haven't been really coming out with anything. But I really like ATs, and I like Monster. I like Monster X a lot.
ATs and Monster X. Yep. Yeah, I have a few of the boy groups I really, really like. So I just kept it at a minimum, like 2 each, because I like a few of them.
Yeah, I like there's a little handful. I like a little. For solo, female solo artists, I like Alexa.
Oh, Alexa.
I like Alexa. Alexa is out here. She doing some damage, y'all. Y'all better go listen to Alexa, y'all. Alexa be out here, had me screaming. I'm like, hey,
I gotta look at her music.
I love me some Alexa, and I think my favorite solo artist. Oh, he's an old school. What's his name? K-Will. He will always be. K-Will will always be my favorite male solo artist. I think he's a cutie pie. I just love he has a very beautiful voice. Very beautiful voice. Yeah.
No, I didn't do a reading on K-Will. I did a reading on We Sung. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to make sure.
We Sung right here. Wasn't We Sung out here getting what was he? Is he okay? Because he was out here in the parking lot getting their mind.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, you gotta check out that reading. Like, he had some stuff going on over there. They was filling me in with some information too. I was like, oh,
then they had caught him on camera and he was out there. I'm like, is he on? What is he on?
I didn't see the footage of him on camera.
I'm like, okay.
I gotta look it up.
I was like, y'all, I need to get. I was like, what's wrong with him? I don't know what kind of drugs they're out here making in Korea, but
yeah, that's what I'm kind of concerned about. Like, what are they cooking up over there? Because it seems kind of weird.
because you see what happened to, oh my God, like Jesus, oh, Mickey from JYJ.
Yes. Oh my God. He was my bias. I loved him so much. And when the whole stuff started going down for me, I like with the whole, I know people are like, oh, they hit these girls and blah blah blah. For me, I have a thing. I'm like, I'm sorry if you're a Sasang and he's trying to go into his house and you're, bubbling up on him. And I also saw the clip. She back right in the back of his head.
I seen that, and he had every right. He had every right to hit her back. Them girls was crazy.
And I was like, nah, y'all are wilding.
And them JYJ days, them Sasangs were absolutely.
They were. I mean, they were horrifying. It was like something you would see out of a scary movie. I will never forget the Shejunsu in the restaurant trying to eat, and I thought it was a black curtain across the window.
Me too. It made my skin crawl. I was like, are you kidding me?
It was freaking horrifying. And I was like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm sorry. If you're that close up on an idol, especially when they're in the doorway of their home, in the doorway of their building, the doorway of their vicinity, and you get hit, oh, well, because no one is going to tolerate it if it were a female trying to get into her house being bum rushed by hundreds of dudes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this would not be tolerated if it were women. I'm like, y'all can't have this double standard. You cannot have these double standards.
And it was just, and about
and then he just turned into a D-bag.
Like, the fans were out there taking like the CCTV cameras from the parking lot when they would go in. Like, they were weird.
They broke into Jae-Jung's home and they would steal his used. I don't know if I can say it on live.
They stole his personal items.
Yes. His personal items, his used personal items.
And can't drink alcohol anymore because somebody put super glue in his soju.
Yeah.
Like, they're crazy, man. They're crazy. They used to do the same thing to Super Junior, Hung Ki from I think FT Island. He don't play with them like that because they will come.
Yeah, he's hard. I remember when he don't even like when girls cry because they've been so manipulative over there that he hates seeing them cry. And I'm like, dang, they don't mess y'all up psychologically. I know y'all gonna hate women. I remember I don't know how many years ago, I was like, yeah, I'm not surprised if any of these people end up with problems or if they end up in jail, because the way that the Sasangs are, the lack of protection these people have, and the lack of laws, like, because these people who are under 18 don't go to jail, right? So they can, Jae-Jung be talking about them being in his house and, assaulting him allegedly for entertainment purposes only, and stealing his underwear and drinking stuff out of his personal rubbers and, doing all of this stuff. And he can't do anything about it because they're minors. He can't do anything. And it's just like, a lot of these idols are going through this. A lot of these idols deal with this, and it's like, it's a shame the people that they turn out to be in the years to come. But I feel like it's the way the society is over there. It's a breeding ground for psychopaths. Like,
it really is. Oh my God, disgusting. Kai had went live and the Sasangs were at his dorm. They were calling him too. And he was like, can y'all stop? I'm like, boy, if you don't call the police.
Can't do nothing. If they're under 18, he can't do nothing about it. He can't do anything. Even the police can't do nothing about it. What they going to do? Say them go home. If they say no, what they going to do? They can't arrest them.
Like, parents, I'm like, and like these kids over there in Korea, they can just get up and like just go out to these internet cafes late at night. They can tell their parents, oh, I'm going to go to the store for some snacks and stuff, because if y'all don't know, Korea is very safe at night. You can walk around at night. It's very safe at night. So these parents with their kids just walk around and just do whatever. And I'm just like, if my child ever does something like that, I'm going to have to have a talk, because I'm just like, You know, we're not stalking people. We're not sending people underwear online with stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
We're not cutting our body parts for people. We're not doing that. No, ma'am. We're not doing that. And it's very, it's sad and it's sick and it's just
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. It makes me really feel bad because I'm just like, kids,
Mm-hmm.
don't do this to yourself. And in Korea, I guess it's just I don't know if it's the culture where like, okay, you have to do, like, if you're in the entertainment business, you have to make a written statement saying that you're in a relationship with somebody. That's the dumbest thing I
It
ever
is.
heard
It
of.
absolutely is. It
Like, you
absolutely
have
is.
to make a written statement. Hi everybody, I'm in a relationship, just letting everybody know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's dumb. I think it's stupid. It's freedom. You have your freedom, but you don't in the
Yeah.
entertainment industry over there. It's just sad. It's all
Yeah.
sad, but we are trying to bring it all to light, bring
Yeah.
awareness. And then we can still enjoy the music at the same time. There's some things that need to be talked about, such as like mental health and
Yes.
being
Yes.
these kids being so young, signing these contracts and just, all of it. All of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, the mentality of these idols who suffer through this is crazy. Because even like I won't forget, it was Vix and Tiara who spoken about their companies, and the wild stuff that goes over in their companies. Because I know I kind of switched back a little bit. It just made me think of. Do you remember when Tiara was? They had an interview and they were talking about the Bo Peep era, and that how their company forced them to walk around there in their little Bo Peep outfits and serve. Yeah,
Ew.
they forced them the whole time. They had to come and walk around, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, had to walk around in their Bo Peep outfits the entire time because it was weird.
That is nasty.
And even
Ew.
Dix and, Dix were like, yeah, I can't remember if it was Ravi who said it or N, but they were talking about how they were forced to service people allegedly for entertainment purposes only as well in their company. It's like these idols will literally tell you, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these idols will straight up say it in the most nonchalant ways sometimes, or sometimes they'll be very direct, but it goes over people's heads. And then like years later down the line, you see there's this corrupt stuff going on. And I'm like, y'all have to pay attention to some of these things that these people are saying. You know what I mean? You have
Remember Stellar? Stellar was just like, Stellar told all the business, and I felt so bad for all those girls. Stellar were one of the girls in Stellar was just like, we were made to be like just super have a super sexual like whole concept. Remember the bathtub full of milk? They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do any of that, and they were made to. And I was just listening to that girl talk, and I was just like, oh my god, the way the women are treated over there. I was just like,
even
my mom was disgusted.
Even Ruth Sarah from Nine Muses, who has her own YouTube channel up now. My favorite song from one of my favorite songs is Playboy. I love that song. And I remember watching her for the first time react to the old music video. It's on her channel. And I was in the middle of typing and I'm like, girl, this is my favorite song, because she was crying through it. And I thought it was because she's like thinking about good memories. And so I'm like, girl, I love this song. This song was everything to me. Me and my girl still bump this, like blah, 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 blah. And, I hit send and she's finished and she's saying, I just remember crying the whole time because the girls, the babies, they were young. And she was like, and they didn't want to dishonor themselves by wearing what they had to wear in the music video. In my brain, I'm like, it didn't click thinking about how old were these women? How old were these girls? Because I thought they were all grown women. I thought they were all models. I thought they were all in their 30s. That's just the aesthetic that I thought it was. Because over here, we can have artists in their 30s. And I was still kind of new into how age strict the K-pop idol industry was. So I was thinking, oh, okay, these girls, these are all, mid-20s, even sometimes even, mid-20s models. And she was like, no, there were babies in there and they didn't want to wear that and they were forced to. And she was just, the kids were crying and they were uncomfortable. And she was crying because she felt so sorry for them. And I had to delete the comment because I'm like, as much as I love the song, this was the source of pain for somebody else. And I'm like, wow, like,
Right.
industries are making it so hard. Like, this is so unpleasant. Something that I took so much joy in is suffering for somebody else. And I'm like, dang, what's going on behind here? Like, what's going on in these companies? What are y'all doing to these people?
And what's really amazing? A lot of more groups that even groups that are not well known are coming up saying that we're getting harassed, we're getting bullied, the company are doing stuff to us. You want a lawsuit, and I'm very glad that's happening. And on Trey's channel, the thing about his channel, he talks a lot about how these companies are just out here doing this shady kind of stuff. And he talks about we both talk about it, how all this like really secretive stuff in the industry, it's just really sad because they're kids. And what's the point of somebody going to a company and training for years? Like, what is that? Training to me, I think is just stupid. And it's the fact that they're like in a lifelong contract and stuff. All of it is just bogus to me. And I feel bad for these kids because they really want this. They want this. And I want to see everybody do well. But at the same time, I'm just like, y'all got to read the fine print. Read the fine print before you do this,
Yeah. And a lot of people aren't taught that. And then you also have to be careful of getting lawyers that are also signed under the company that you or work closely with the company that you're signing for, because they'll tell you all kinds of bull just so you can sign the contract with the company that they're paired with. You know what I mean? So it's really hard. It's really shady stuff going on there. It's really unfortunate. Like, it's just, I wish they would allow the age limit to continue to grow and stop trying to like push people to the back burner just because they're young. I mean, literally, the longer they go, the more powerful they are, the more of a imprint they leave on society. Look at Shinhwa, DBSK's music. They went to their late 20s and they're still, you know what I mean? Like, their music is still something that's popular. It's just like, let these people grow, especially the women. Let them keep going. You don't have to have these children up here. I do know I think they made a law that if they're 18 or something, you can't have them on shows. And after, I think they have a curfew of some sort.
Yeah, they do have somewhat of a child labor law over there, because one of the members of Luna, Yujin, she just turned 18. She just turned 18. She's about to turn 19 in November. She's about to graduate too. Like, there are times where they had to practice and she wasn't able to because she literally just got out of school. So yeah, I know they changed some of the contract rules too, where companies aren't allowed to charge like idols all that money. That's just dumb.
Yeah, that's really horrible. That's really horrible. If you're gonna train these idols, first of all, that should be your investment. Right. That should be on you, because these people are gonna bring you some money back. It's just cruel to do that to children. Like, I can actually understand if you're a full-grown adult and they're like, okay, we'll train you, but it's going to cost you money. You got to pay for these trainings. But not when you take kids. You know what I mean? Not when you take, people who are under 18 and you're like, you're 16, but I'm going to need you to sign this contract saying that you're going to pay off $30,000 worth of training. You know what I mean? By the time that you're 18, and if you debut, you're going to have to owe more. Like, no.
It's a mess, and you got idols coming up here saying that I didn't get paid this years, and I'm just like, 10 years you didn't get paid. I had to fight somebody. Like, I want my check that day. Like, it's a mess. Oh, let me stop talking about this like sad stuff, y'all. Sad stuff. Oh, 11/11, make your wish.
Hey.
All right, hit it right on the dot too. But yeah, it's 11/11. We can end this on that note. But thank you for coming on here. I had a great time.
Thank you for having me.
You got to come back on here again, honey.
I was going to say that we need to get together again. This was so much fun. I had so much fun. Can I promote?
Take the floor.
Okay.
You better take it, girl.
Thank you guys for coming. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please follow me on Patreon if you would like to get exclusive videos. I have ship readings if y'all like that. I also have a lot of controversial readings over there. So if you're interested in getting all the good tea, please check out my Patreon or my memberships. Well, below my videos. Also check out Black Nuna Speaks memberships down below. And you can email me at TheLionsDen@yahoo.com if you would like to purchase your own personal reading. In my community section on my channel are price listings. Okay.
Yes, and I will have all the I'm just gonna copy and paste and put all the stuff in the description box below. And like every other Saturday, we're gonna have more guests on. I want to do this because I love my sisters, man. I love it. I love us, like we out here doing stuff, and the Cubs that came over here. I appreciate you Cubs coming over here. Y'all are some cool ass people. I see
they're wonderful. They're
Pink Lemon has been the nicest person. I love you, Pink Lemon. Thank you, girl. Thank you. You Pink Lemon was over. Dave, all these Cubs.
Yes.
I love my Cubs. Let me tell y'all some Cubs. I be saying stuff over here. Y'all may not like it. It's okay, y'all. It ain't that serious. But I love all you Cubs that have came over here and made the fam feel just feel amazing. And the fam have welcomed y'all in here and made y'all feel comfortable. The fam, thank y'all for making all the Cubs feel comfortable. We a big old family now. I love you all. Thank y'all so. Y'all are some sweet people, y'all, for real. Mm-hmm. Like, girl.
Make sure y'all like and subscribe.
I love you, baby. Y'all such the sweetest people, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the energy. I enjoy the love. Everybody was getting along, and just that's what we need on here. We need unity. We need love. We need to embrace it. We need to uplift each other, and I really, really appreciate it. Yes, honey, Pink Lemon is a legend. Yes. You got Pink Lemon over there. Pink Lemon be in your comment section hyping you up. Then I got Nicole Jones. Let me tell you about Nicole Jones. She is a mess. You had to calm her down. But yes, I love you all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are some good people. And y'all please follow her. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put all her information and stuff below. I'm gonna have her back here. Okay. We're gonna schedule again. We're gonna come back again. We're gonna have they really like this live. They're like, we want another live. We don't want it to end.
This is fun. I had so much fun. So I really do hope we can get back together again. You know, you can hit me up anytime. You can be in my inbox, DM me anytime, girl. No problem. Okay.
Of course. And if y'all do a reading from her, y'all better pay. Don't be negotiating. That's the start paying Black people with Black businesses the right amount of money. Don't be trying to cheat. Come on now. We're in there, y'all. Okay. All right. But we're gonna get off here. And do you have anything else you want to say? Keep promoting.
Just shout out to the fam. I love y'all so much. Y'all were so sweet. Y'all were so fun. Y'all were lively. Y'all were lit. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I love being here. The conversation was fun, engaging. You made me feel very welcome. I really appreciate that. Shout out to my Cubs. Y'all are everything. I'm so glad y'all was over here having fun. I hope the Cubs and the fam are, y'all are having good conversations. Make sure y'all subscribe to Black Nuna Speaks. Subscribe to me, like the videos, support any way you can, and I will see you guys next time.
Yes, yes. And next time we have a live, we're gonna bring Trey up here because I love
Okay.
Traquan. Bring Traquan up here, all three of us up here, honey. Just be giving all the K-pop tea. Y'all, ooh, if Traquan is up on this panel, y'all, we're gonna might be up in here all night and we're gonna have a good time. So
Do they have a channel? This Traquan person? I've never heard of
Traquan
him.
has a channel. He does reaction too. Oh, she does reactions, by the way. Also, y'all. So
Yeah.
let y'all know she does reactions too, okay? She gonna come back. She gonna come back. We gonna make it happen. They love you, girl. They love you. They love you.
We got to do this again. I had so much fun.
Me
I
too.
really do.
Me too. I had a blast. I had a blast. That's Traquan right here. He's in the comments.
What's that, Traquan?
Yes. And next time we go live, I'm gonna put him on the panel too. We're gonna have the time of our lives because, honey, I love him. I love Traquan. He is just he's amazing.
Awesome.
He does reactions. He does lives of different topics, and he also, he's gonna start again. He's gonna start back doing his dance covers on IG. But yeah, I can't wait for this live. We gonna get together. We're gonna talk about
it. Okay.
But I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. And also, just a reminder: take some time to rest. Right now, it's a lot of. It's a lot going on right now, and there's going to be more to happen. 2020. This year was the year. I think what did I say, babe? This is the year of the rat.
Yeah, I think it's right.
The year of the rat. Where the horse? Is it a horse? The horse. No, it's the year of the rat, but the horse coincides with the rat or something like that. Whatever. But it's just this year is the year where a lot of stuff is happening and a lot of people are starting to like true self is coming out. So it's ugly. It's very ugly, but 2020, 2021, it might be a little bit better, but it won't be as bad as this year. So please take the time to take care of yourself. Make sure to drink water, make sure, eat right, rest, practice social distancing, tell people around you that you love them. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, just tell people you love them.
Quarantine.
Weird too. Don't make it weird. I'm playing. Just tell people you love them. Just be like, I love you, man. And that's it. But yeah, that's all for tonight. But I love you guys. I'm gonna see you guys later. We're gonna be back on here again. I love you all. Y'all have a good night. Love, peace, and increase it. Y'all take care of each other. All right, fam. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Just doing really well. Yeah.